I'm Jason UFC, and today we have a story about UFC and WWE merged company has settled on a new name. They plan to go public in late 2023. This year, the merger combining the UFC and the WWE will operate under a new company name, TKO Group Holdings, which plan to go public on the stock market. Okay, before the end of 2023. Endeavor, what is this? Can we get this out of here? These pop-ups. Endeavor, the current parent company for the UFC, made the announcement via CNBC. I love CNBC. On Tuesday, after initially revealing plans for the merged company back in April. The company will operate under the TKO symbol on the New York Stock Exchange. Okay, you could be an owner of the WWE and UFC. How about that? The new company is expected to be valued at more than $21 billion. The deal came together after Endeavor acquired a majority stake in WWE World Wrestling Entertainment after previously purchasing the UFC back in 2016, almost 10 years. Endeavor current CEO Ari Emanuel will serve as the CEO over TKO Holdings, as well, with WWE controlling shareholder Vince McMahon serving as the executive chairman. As part of the new company agreement, Endeavor will own a 51% stake in WWE, with WWE shareholders controlling the other 49%. So not the majority of the company won't even be public. That's interesting. That's an interesting thing. Emmanuel previously confirmed that Dana White will remain president over the UFC, while Nick Khan remains president at WWE. It's not expected that this new company information will affect any business dealings for UFC or WWE, but rather will allow the two organizations to combine forces when it comes to promotion, advertising, and sponsorships. TKO Group Holdings will see lucrative broadcasting rights deals coming up soon for both the UFC and WWE, which could lead to an even bigger valuation for the company in coming years. This is a rare opportunity to create a global live sports and entertainment pure play built for where the industry is headed, Emmanuel said in April. For decades, Vince and his team have demonstrated an incredible track record of innovation and shareholder value creation, and we are confident that Endeavor can deliver significant additional value for shareholders by bringing UFC and WWE together. While releasing first quarter's results for Endeavor on May 9th, executives stated that the deal for the merger between UFC and WWE should hopefully be finalized in the second half of 2023, assuming all regulatory hurdles are cleared. From there, Endeavor will fully spin off TKO Holdings, which plans to take the company public on the New York Stock Exchange. Okay, is there anything else we have to go into? No, that's about it. I think that's about it. Yeah, I mean, this is this is kind of expected. I don't really see any regulatory loopholes that they would have to go through. I don't know. Is the slap fighting league, maybe that could be something that some people were talking about? Is the slap fighting league is that a part of this? Is that a part of this deal, or is this UFC and WWE? It doesn't say anything about the slap fighting league. Maybe that could be something where but I mean, slap fighting league. It hasn't been banned or anything. Some people are asking some questions about it, but I don't know if the slap fighting league is a part of this deal. So let's just say it's not. I would say that could be, an issue where some people just say we don't really want to promote slap fighting, head injuries there. But the UFC and the WWE, when they put on events on the same time, will that happen? That's a good question. WWE has been putting on more pay-per-views, 2-night pay-per-views on Saturday nights. So the question is, will how much crossover will the UFC and WWE have? Will you have UFC superstars going to the WWE. We've already seen WWE superstars fight in the UFC, but we haven't seen too many, right? We haven't seen that many UFC superstars go to, WWE. WWE is all about celebrities and having athletes from other industries, in the crowd and fight in their ring. But we haven't seen that happen too much with UFC. I don't think with this merger it's going to happen more. I really doubt it. But you can see a little bit, you can expect, Daniel Cormier has always been big on the WWE. You can expect, just a little bit more interaction between the two, right? I would expect a little bit more interaction between the two. But yeah, I mean, let me know your opinion of this story. I mean, we also heard that AEW, they were talking about that AEW, I believe AEW is talking about putting on Saturday night shows. And obviously AEW and WWE compete for viewers. But now if you think about it, if AEW is going to start trying to put on Saturday night shows, AEW is going to be competing with the UFC. And right, and if the UFC and WWE are, basically one of the same company, when AEW tries to put on events on Saturday night, you would imagine the UFC is going to stack their cards just to get a little bit less viewers for that AEW. So I think that's going to be interesting in the future. And also the what is it called, the broadcasting rights, with UFC and WWE both coming up with deals. Will they still try to keep those deals separate? Right? Well, I don't ever expect the WWE to be on ESPN, but will the UFC stay on ESPN? That's my question, because I don't think the WWE is leaving their networks. I really doubt that. But will the UFC stay on ESPN is my question. And if not, where will the UFC go? But I feel like the UFC and ESPN will probably stay together. So we'll see what happens with more details coming out with this new TKO Group. Jason, UFC. Today we had a story about the UFC and WWE merged company settled on a new name, TKO Holdings, and they plan to go public in the stock market where you can buy shares of the company of the TKO Holdings in late 2023. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the $1 donation button, and please tune in to the next video on this channel. Thanks a million for watching.